Here is my first meal for Monday. I have some lamb and beef are my two favorites. Here is my second meal for Monday. I just had some chicken wings seasoned with salt and I cooked these in the air fryer. Here is my first meal for Tuesday. I have some eggs and chicken. Here is my second meal for Tuesday. A ribeye steak with added tallow and salt. Here is my first meal for Wednesday. I have 6 scrambled eggs and I scrambled it in tallow and I have some salt. Here is my second meal for Wednesday. I have a ribeye steak and some shrimp and I cooked it in beef tallow and seasoned with salt. Here is my first meal for Thursday. I have 3 burgers that I made with just some grass-fed beef that I got from Aldi. And I just added salt and formed patties and popped them in the oven and keep them in for however long you would like to your desired, preference. And I just sprinkled on some butter, some melted butter on there. And I have to say, these are so good and so simple. Here is my second meal for Thursday, and these are so good. So these are like little tuna patties, and all I did was mix in some egg, salt, and a little bit of mustard, and I cooked these up in butter, and I'm going to drizzle some butter on top of this for additional fat, and they are so good. I just had a taste for fish tonight. Here is my first meal for Friday. I have some ground beef and just cooked it up in the pot and added some butter. As you can see, I just literally took it off the stove so the butter is still melting in there, and then added some salt. All right, here is my last meal for Friday. I have some beef liver pate. This is so delicious and so easy to make. Butter, beef liver, and salt. That's it, and grind it up in my little food processor. And I have some ground beef from earlier mixed in here because I couldn't finish it, but this is so good, so good. And then I am going to scoop it up with some pork rinds. And this is my meal for Friday. Our first child turned 16 recently. And before I get into all of the warm and fuzzies, let me just say, don't come for me because she is not a carnivore and she wanted sweets at her parties. So there goes that. Anyway, on to the warm and fuzzy stuff. So as we watch Naomi grow, I think the reality is really setting in for me that time for real does not stand still. And I know this is something that we say, but as I watch this child who first made me a mom, like mature into this beautiful young lady, it's like, whoa, no, really, time does not stand still. So we have to be so intentional with what we do with the time that we have now. And I have to say that we haven't been perfect parents, but we've been so pure in our motives in terms of just pouring into her and teaching her that first and foremost, she is loved by God and loved by us as well, and that she was created with great purpose, and God has great plans in store for her. And like I said, we haven't done things perfectly, but we've tried our best to be intentional about making the best of the time that we do have. And I feel like as we watch her grow, it's amazing to see some of the seeds that have been planted, to see kind of a harvest coming, right? And it's not always an easy road, in terms of parenting, but it's so well worth it. So I just want to encourage those of you that are watching that perhaps are parents, whatever season of parenting that you're in, to just hold on to the fact that time does not stand still. Don't wish for, oh, I just, wish I could just get through this season and be done with it. Cherish the moment that you have now, because honestly, it does go by so quickly. And as hard as parenting is, it's so well worth it. It truly, truly is. So anyway, I'm gonna end up wrap up, I should say, my warm and fuzzy speech, and just wish my firstborn, Naomi Autumn, a very happy birthday.